Blazzzin social. Loyalty over royalty, y'all niggas know the vibes.
Fuck your Achilles beat, bitch.
Whooped it, bitch, I'm outside of some movie. Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like blue sleep. Bitch, I'm by my chicken like it's a two-piece. You can have your bitch back, she a groupie. She just swallow all my kids in a two-seat. Swagged out, familiar, we bringing them gas out. I still got some racks stuffed in the trap house. Off the 42, I'm blowing her back out. I'm back on bullshit, swim back with a full clip. They say I'm moving ruthless, and my shooters they shooting. I'm gonna sick of they roof, Chris. I get the breeze, then it's adios. If I'm with your trees, then she give it though. When I see police, then we gang low. That's another piece, that's another zone. Ice in the VVs, now she down to get treachy. I got all this water on me like Fiji. Bitch, I'm posted up with hats and the sleazies. Smoking the Zaza, they go straight to the Mata. Then I'm up in the chopper, hitting the cha-cha. Open his lata, then he dancing my chata. Smoking the Zaza, they go straight to the Mata. Then I'm up in the chopper, hitting the cha-cha. Then I'm open his lata, then he dancing my chata. Whooped it, bitch, I'm outside of some movie. Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like blue sleep. Bitch, I'm by my chicken like it's a two-piece. You can have your bitch back, she a groupie. She just swallow all my kids in a two-seat. Swagged out, familiar, we bringing them gas out. I still got some racks stuffed in the trap house. Off the 42, I'm blowing her back out. I'm back on bullshit, swim back with a full clip. They say I'm moving ruthless, and my shooters they shooting. I'm gonna sick of they roof, Chris.
I get up, I get down, and I'm jumping around. And the rumpus and ruckus so comfortable now. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow. So I got an apartment across from the park. Put quinoa in my fridge, still I'm not feeling grown. Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to go.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with the bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever. I'm way too old to try, so whatever, come hang, let's go out with the bang. Feel like I'm gonna puke, cause my taxes are due. Do my password begin with a 1 or a 2? Been a hell of a ride, but I'm thinking it's time to grow.
Metronome.
Man, I'm up to something. Woody-la-di-do, thank you all for coming. I hope you like the show, cause it's on a budget. So woody-la-di-do, yeah. Come on, here we go, yeah. Come on.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang, let's go out with the bang. I'm way too young to lie here forever. I'm way too old to try, so whatever, come hang, let's go out with the bang. So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song. Everybody come hang,
It's the end of the year. Let's go out with a bang.
Here we go.
So put your best face on, everybody pretend you know this song.
Gotta have faith.
Come hang,
They doubt. You gotta doubt them sometimes. You just gotta believe.
I'm way too young to lie here forever. I'm way too old to try, so whatever, come hang, let's go
Living the life is not bad.
Here we go.
Here we go. Tyler Thomas, we will get to your shot. I've had quite a few. So that's called AJR Bang. It's a great end of the year song. So here's what I gotta ask you guys. And Mike Cornett, you didn't see our break earlier. I said something nice about Aaron Rodgers. I will get to it here during this break. I'd like there to be some more cards in this. But before we get to that, I got to ask you guys. So I see these guys posting these enormous breaks, right? Like these New Year's breaks. And they're cool. But you're talking $500 to $750, possibly $1,000 for the Chargers. And, $500 to $600 for the Bengals and the Dolphins. What do you guys think about if I just put together a slew of PYTs and randoms? Like, we just pre-sell them, and then on, like, New Year's night, or, like, maybe, like, New Year's Day even, we just break them. Like, we pre-sell and we say, hey, we're not going to break New Year's Eve right away, but at midnight we're going to start breaking, and we're just going to go. That way you can get some different teams. You can spread it out. Maybe we do a couple randoms instead of a $300 random. We do maybe four $75 randoms. So that's my thought, because here's my thing is that I don't like the fact that, say we do a $250 random, you get a shit team, you're like, I'm not even excited about this. Or you invest in the Chargers in a PYT and it's great, but then there's one hit and you're like, why did I buy them? And plus, what if you miss? My thing is, what if you miss your team and you don't get it? You're like, shoot, I missed the one big break. So what if we just do a slew of stuff pre-sell, and then, you know what? If you get the Chargers in 4 of them, or if you get 4 spots in a random, maybe you get the Chargers, like everyone always like, do a huge break, then random 4 times. Well, why not just 4 randoms? And everyone's like, random at 4 times. Well, that's just 4 different randoms. Big boy, all those can be small. And that's my thing. A big boy, I'm talking about big boys, but I'm not talking about $700 a spot. I don't want to see anyone spend $700 a spot. Dude, we opened 2 boxes the other day and pulled 2 Burrows. We opened 4 boxes last night and pulled 2 Hurts. It doesn't take a huge thing, I mean? I don't know. We'll talk more. It seems like I'm getting some good feedback for that. But I'm excited. We're going to do some fun stuff. I got to get on it. And I went to Walmart tonight to print pictures, and their photo center is shut down. So I'm going to go to Target tomorrow is my goal. Because I promised a 1-on-1 wall. I could not go to Target tonight. Target's like combo teams. Again, that increases price. I can combo teams, but it would increase price. We can talk about that. Maybe that's what we do for a bigger break like that. So I'm going to get into you guys real quick. And if you didn't hear it last time, I'm going to say it again. So, buckle up.
Microphone, and you don't.
So you will listen to every damn word I have to say!
All right. Now that I told you that, I played it earlier. I'm going to say it again. Listen to me. Take a video. Do what you need to do. But Rodgers is the MVP this year. And if you didn't hear why earlier, I'm going to kind of give you the rundown of it a little bit. Tyrann Mathieu. Rodgers has the softest schedule in the NFL. He has strength of schedule 32. Then why MVP, right? Jonathan Taylor at a 99 and a Henry Ruggs swatch. Because Patrick Mahomes only has six spots lower than him at 26. All right? Josh Allen actually has the strongest schedule at 16. All right? So he has twice as hard a schedule as Aaron Rodgers does. So why is he MVP? Well, he has 9 interceptions. Aaron Rodgers has 5. Patrick Mahomes has 6. All right, that's not a big differential, right? But it is. That is a big deal. Turnovers lose games. So Aaron Rodgers has the lowest amount of interceptions. But then you get into it, and you know what? And I could argue that Josh Allen should be MVP. My biggest argument here is that Patrick Mahomes doesn't belong in the conversation. I agree with you, Mike. You can only play with who's on your schedule, which is why I think Patrick Mahomes has no business. Josh Allen there, Baker Mayfield, because redemption guest, get it in, guys. Because Patrick Mahomes has the smallest winning differential on bad teams. So here's the crazy thing. Patrick Mahomes has beat the most teams with a winning record. He has 5 quality wins, 5 wins against teams with a winning record. But Aaron Rodgers only has 2 wins against quality teams. Aaron Rodgers is 2-2 against teams with a winning record. Josh Allen is 3 for 5, 3 out of 5, so he's 3-2. He should be 4-1, but he lost the Hail Murray game. So we can talk about that. And I'm not one to say, well, that could have been. I got an argument with my dad over at Christmas, I swear to you. Because he's like, well, the Arizona Cardinals is a win. And I'm like, no, it's not. He's like, yeah, it is. A Hail Mary. I was like, I don't care. It's a loss. It's a loss. A loss is a loss is a loss. All right? So don't give me that, oh, well, if that Hail Mary. No, it happened. And it's a loss. But even then, Allen has more quality wins than Aaron Rodgers. So why isn't Mahomes the MVP? Well, the argument I heard the day that made me do a little research was, and it was, I forget who said it. It's all that matters with record and playoffs. Mahomes is not the MVP. Mahomes has really not had a super fantastic year. And maybe on paper it looks like it, but in all honesty, he has probably the more quality team than anyone. And what it comes down to is if you go look on that thread, and I like Mahomes. I like Mahomes a ton. I'm a huge Mahomes fan. I like Mahomes as much as I hate Rodgers. I really do. So the fact that I'm arguing against Mahomes and I'm saying that Aaron Rodgers should be the MVP should tell you that I'm not being biased in my argument here. That's the big thing. Ask anyone. I hate Rodgers, but he should be MVP. The end matters, and you're right. And Rodgers is going to show why he's not MVP. They're going to get eliminated early. And the Bills could too. Ultimately, the Chiefs could go further. Brandon Ayuk is going to be our redemption. That's Seth Anderson for the Niners. Did anyone guess Ayuk for $5 credit? Let's see. Redemption. Oh, Pat, you guessed it, but Seth Anderson beat you. So $5 credit to Seth, and he gets the card. There you go. Seth Anderson with the credit and the card. But before I go into all these stats, let me ask you guys something right now. And I honestly think it could be, I don't know if this ever happened. I asked this in an earlier break. Who should be Offensive Player of the Year? This is, I think, almost as much of a debate. This is almost as much of a debate as I think rookie or MVP is less of a debate than Offensive Player of the Year is. Speaking of Offensive Player of the Year, Devontae Adams has got to be in the mix. Do they go Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers? To me, and I'm going to give a stat in a minute here, Mike Cornett, I have a bigger argument for Adams being Offensive Player of the Year than I do for Rodgers being MVP. And I'll show you that in a minute here. And Tyreek Hill out of 25. Wow, we're just pulling all these guys. I say Offensive Player of the Year, and look at this. We pull Hill and Adams. He won you a grand last night? Diggs had a big game. Adams only 12.5 games. Well, some people would say that that's sustainability and that you got to take him out of the equation for that. You know, Josh Jacobs last year did not win Rookie of the Year, and he probably should have. And part of the argument was, well, he didn't play a full season. So that has to translate over in the Player of the Year. Rookies and stars, Antonio Gibson out of 35 and a Joey B. That's so unfortunate what happened to him. There's a Justin Jefferson rookie rush. Nick Chubb, Teddy Bridgewater, and Tyler Johnson for the Bucks. All right, so this is what's great. You guys keep talking about Offensive Player of the Year. All right, I want you to keep giving me names because I think there's a lot out there. I think Diggs, Adams, Hill, Kelsey, Henry. I mean, I think there's a lot of names in that conversation. I think Rookie of the Year is locked up with oh my gosh, Chargers. Holy cow. It's been a night. I almost said Joe Burrow, but we know he got hurt with Herbert. What about Wentz for least valuable player? Kenny Golladay, Jordan Brooks, and Jake Fromm. Yeah, Kelsey's got to be in the conversation, really. And listen, I was one. And look at this. We're talking about Offensive Player of the Year. We got a Hill. We got a We got a Hill and Adams. Now we got a Henry out of 99. Look at that. And there's a Mahomes. Higgins is a monster. Yeah, I think honestly, if they do right by Burrow and get him some weapons and an offensive line, Burrow's coming back. Cook could be in the conversation too. I agree with Corey. I think, a lot of it's what have you done for me lately with those awards. And I think that Cook has had some games lately, but so has Henry. Here we go. Patrick Queen out of 99. Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to be interesting this year. Patrick Queen out of 99 for the Baltimore Ravens, going out to Colt Martin. Come on, Mike Cornett. That's like saying Devontae Adams, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and what's the other guy they have? I mean, come on. You're really going to argue for Tyler Boyd and AJ Green or retire? Like, I can't let you do that, man. I can't. There he is, Dalvin Cook. And DeAndre Hopkins out of 75. Alan Lazard. That's Tyler Boyd as Alan Lazard. Robinson with Trevor next year. Dude, that's a good point. Luke just brings up a great point. What about Robinson and Trevor? Listen, they have Josh Allen on defense. They have some defensive guys there. Dude, and they could actually trade Gardner Minshew for a solid, I would say, 3rd or 4th round pick. Why not? Why can't they? Why can't they get a 3rd or 4th round for Gardner? He has shown that he can win. He's shown that he can sell tickets. They have Tanyan too, but Tanyan's kind of a touchdown threat only. That's my only thing with Tanyan. He hasn't really proved he's outside of that. Seriously, Mike, you're going to really say AJ Green and Tyler Boyd? Someone talk to Mike real quick, so I'm not that guy. I mean, that's like saying Cole Beasley and Gabriel Davis. That's literally what it is. An old vet. I would argue that Cole Beasley and Gabriel Davis are better 2-3 combos than AJ Green and Tyler Boyd. They are not weapons. Like, the quarterback may make them weapons, and that speaks volume to the quarterback. Yeah, I think Cam Newton MVP. I know, man. Packers fans are so deluded. All right, I'll get to my point here in just a minute with why I think Aaron Rodgers kind of solidifies the spot. Kayvon Chason, speaking to Scott there. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You know what's great? We are in for the best, and I know that someone tried to give me a hard time this week saying, oh, you're just excited for the end of the season because you're a Bills fan. I'm not saying Boyd isn't a good receiver. I'm saying that Boyd is the equivalent of Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Are you going to argue for Marquez Valdez-Scantling? Because if not, then you can't call Rodgers an MVP because Devontae Adams is the MVP then. Because I'm going to tell you my stat, and I'm going to tell you why you have to tell me that Marquez Valdez-Scantling is better than Boyd. I'll tell you in a minute. John Hightower out of 249. Let me show you some stats real quick after this pack. You all right if I show Mike Cornett some stats? John Hightower out of 249. That may be true, but then you can't tell me that Rodgers, 2 out of 75, Kayvon Chason. I love Tyler Boyd. He got us. Listen, Tyler Boyd's the reason we got into the playoffs 3 years ago. I'm a huge Tyler Boyd fan. But he is not like that dude. Alexander Madison out of 25. So before I get into this little debate here, let me kind of set this stat line up a little bit. Someone on our page said, I think that Mahomes is the MVP because he spreads the ball out better. Even if Kelsey or Hill got hurt, he would still be good. But if Adams or Diggs got hurt, they wouldn't be any good. So I looked into it a little bit. What up, Chicago Bears? Matt McGinn with the cool Komet. This guy could be the real deal. For the Chicago Bears, going out to Matt McGinn out of 99. Luminous endorsement. There you go. Get after it, Chicago Bears.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Yeah, AJ Green is a non-argument. Yeah, I would agree with Scott. You say AJ Green, but I think that's like saying, well, the Ravens have Dez Bryant. Tell me they didn't come in around the same time. I mean, Dez is probably like, what, 07? No, what rookie year is Dez? All right, before I open this pack, let me show you what I wanted to show you earlier. So I pulled these stats up. Let me actually pull it up on the page over here so you can see it on my screen. This is where I think it gets interesting for MVP. And maybe, you know what, we can all construe these stats differently, but I want to get your take on this. We even talk about the crazy NFC stuff. All right, so let me pull this up real quick for you. This is. I did a ton of research today, dude. I really enjoyed it. This is why I put this pool up, because I don't think Josh Allen's the MVP, but I think he's put up with his team better numbers than Mahomes. All right, here we go. So this was the argument. It said that I think Mahomes, because I think A-Rod and Allen are very dependent on one target, Adams and Diggs. Mahomes spreads the ball around more and would still be putting up MVP numbers if you remove Kelsey or Hill. So I got into it and I saw any receivers that had more than 25 targets or more. And so Allen has thrown to 7 receivers 25 times or more. All right. Now, if you look at it, his top 2 receivers have 12 touchdowns. Okay. So he's not relying on one receiver. He has 12, 18, 19, 20 touchdowns between his top 2 receivers in yardage. All right. So then I looked at the Packers. All right. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers have 6 receivers with 25 or more receptions. He has 22 touchdowns. And if you look at it, 32 between 3. So actually, Aaron Rodgers does a good job spreading the ball out. He has probably more options touchdown-wise and yardage-wise as well. He has 203 targets between his top 2, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. And then you look at Mahomes. Mahomes is so top-heavy on his top 2 receivers. 280 targets between his top 2, over 2,700 yards, well, right at 2,700 yards, and 26 touchdowns. When you get past his top 2, he has nobody. So to me, it's like very reliant on his top 2 targets, which is where I decided right then and there that Aaron Rodgers is the MVP. That was actually the stat. That was the comment today that convinced me Aaron Rodgers is the MVP. But what I had to comment on was this. The Bills' top 2 targets get 265. The Packers' top 2 is 203. When you look at the Chiefs, it's 280 targets for them. Way, way above. All right, so just something to look at. You guys have made your votes. If you want to go change it, go ahead. But I just think it's pretty interesting when Nick said, I got to go read some of this. There's more TDs from the 1 to... Pad statting? Nick, really? Mahomes is like the flicker champion. Scott's my argument for why he's not MVP. And a lot of people may argue with this, but I agree with Scott. And here's my thing. Here's a Jake Fromm. You can't be an MVP, your most valuable player, and not be a leader. How is Aaron Rodgers a team captain when he literally berates his team? He literally sits there and says, I don't want this guy on my team. You're a piece of shit. You don't matter. Like, that's what he does. Garoppolo and Galladay. Rodgers has the best running back out of the group, too. I would argue that Rodgers has Aaron Jones, which is better than Singletary and Moss, and definitely better than Clyde Edwards-Helaire right now. And they don't have their number 2, Williams, who was really good last year. Nick nailed it. He doesn't even speak. I always said that, man. I learned that when I watched The Bachelorette. Adam Troutman out of 199 and Ryan Tannehill out of 249. It's never his fault. Jen nailed it. It's never his fault. You know what? All you have to see about Mahomes and Allen is their ability to connect with their team. And that's why those teams will go further. Now, I'm not saying this year. I very easily could see the Bills losing in the first round. I'm not going to sit here. Yes, Scott, yes. He couldn't even keep Danica. And she just drives race cars. Oh my God, that's funny. Out of 149, Michael Thomas and Brian Edwards. Dude, I will tell you this. Jamar is right. We don't know what goes. Jamar's absolutely. I can't argue with Jamar. He's right. We don't know what the story is behind the family. That's not Jamar. Thank you. You're absolutely right. We don't know what happens with family. We should not judge because we all have family issues. Preach, Jamar. I'm with Jamar on that. That was funny though. I'm not gonna argue. But yeah, Jamar, you're right. We don't know what happened with family, and that's none of our business. Stick to football. He's right. I got swiped. But yeah, dude, F Rogers. All right, you guys want me to keep rolling? Let's do it.
Make it nasty, make it nasty, drop it on the bitch, make it nasty, make it nasty, make it nasty, pop it on the bitch, make it nasty.
It's about to get crazy up in this break, so lift them up. We're gonna pull fire these last two. If we don't, I'm gonna open up something different. We're gonna grab like an extra pack or something. So let's do it.
You like that? You like that?
Lift up your glasses, everyone. For those of you who have them. Hey, Josh, you're the one that told me to bring alcohol into the mix. Let's do it, though. Pick them up, guys. We owe this. This goes to Tyler Thomas and his one-of-one Seahawks hit. No, but the reason I spent so much time on that, honestly, is I did a ton of research today because I posted that poll because I was like, you know what? I want to hear people's opinions, and I couldn't agree more with the results. And Nick Brower gave great rebuttals, and you know what? I gave Nick a hard time. And guys, if I argue with you on there, if I give you a hard time, love it. Love it, because what I'm doing is I'm researching your facts. I want to prove you wrong. That's fun for me. And not in a bad way. I don't have any animosity towards you. Kyler Murray out of 79. Kyler Murray out of 79. Oh, that's cool, Josh. No, you're right. I don't like to get into it too much. And Chris Volk and I are going to be doing a New Year's hangover podcast with coffee and cards. So if you didn't do it yet, join us on Spotify. Go to the website, click and like, and go to the webpage. So do all that because we're going to be doing a hangover podcast. That'll be fun. I won't be hungover on New Year's, maybe. It was Darrell Taylor. Yeah, I think it was Darrell Taylor. Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of 199. We need some heat here, man. And C.J. Henderson for the Jaguars. That's not the heat we're looking for, except unless you own the Jags, which is Smith Joe. You got yourself a C.J. Henderson. What's your radio show name? All right, what do we got with the Dallas Cowboys going out to Floyd? There you go, Floyd, for the Dallas Cowboys. Ed, Too Tall Jones, going out to my man Floyd. Floyd's a good dude. Sunday Hangover Fantasy. Oh my goodness. And I feel so bad because I guarantee you're the only one on the radio that came up with a hangover show. Wasn't my idea, by the way, but man, we stole Mike Cornett's idea. That's like this girl that lives close to me that started acid washing clothes and got mad at everyone in the area that started doing it. She's like, you guys all ripped off my idea. I was the first person ever to acid wash clothing. No, not in this one, John. Sorry, we got John excited. That was in another break. We owed it. Come on, give us something good here. Hey, that'll play. Oh, here we go. Tua for the Miami Dolphins going out to Matt. Matt is on fire. Pulled 2 Jalen Hurts last night. Here he got a 2 out of 75. And we finally got another one. How about a color rush? These are selling for crazy amounts. Dan Marino going out to Matt McGinn for the Miami Dolphins. There you go, Matt. He said he had a feeling about the Dolphins. We'll have to find something to give away on this if we don't. I mean, this is a cool banger, but it's not the same, man. And you guys listen to me on my soapbox about. But come on, you guys like that, right? Be honest. Y'all like that I look up those stats and do those things? I would never be able to be Colin Cowherd or like any of those guys that everybody actually hates, like Stephen A. Smith. I don't like that dude. Mostly because he yells a lot, but so do I. But I can never be that dude. I always feel bad when I make you guys listen to my points. 3 stickers and 2 breaks. Look at that. Here we go. Zach Bond. Going to go out to the New Orleans Saints. There you go. Here we go. Let's get some better hits here, too. Jonathan Taylor out of 100. That sticker was a 10. It was a 10. Jonathan Taylor. How about second half player of the year? Jonathan Taylor. I'll tell you what, he's really turned it up. That guy can run. He is fast. And Jalen Johnson. We're going to get ourselves 3 autos out of this. Jalen Johnson for the Chicago Bears going out to, who got Chicago? Another one for Matt. Matt is definitely on fire with
son of a biscuit!
Speaking of the son of a biscuit, are the Bears going to keep Biscuit next year now? And Neville Gallimore out of 150 going out to the Dallas Cowboys. Another one for the Cowboys. Is that Floyd? Floyd for the Dallas Cowboys. There you go. All right, one more here. Who has them? It's a fan. It's a PYT fan. DeAndre Swift with that silver ink going out to the Detroit Lions. There you go. Pat Gallagher with the Detroit Lions. Hold on a second now. These are going for like 40, 50 a pop last I checked. But we're going to do a little something extra here for you. From the National, a 2019 silver pack. What are these going for now? Let's do a little research. I'm just curious. Let's see if we can find it. Are they even selling them anymore? Oh, you can't even find them on here. Here it is. A 9-pack lot went for... I haven't checked these. This is my very last one I have. 1 gold and 1 silver went for 90. 9 of them went for 300. So about 45 a pack. Isn't it crazy, Pat? All right, good luck, everyone. We're doing this as a little bonus to you guys, mostly because you guys filled it. If they're not football cards, we random them off. Crazy. 9 of these went for $300, and we're going to get a Casey Mize and a Klay Thompson. I tried. I did try. Think about that. You could have bought that for $45. Unbelievable. Hey, that's all I can do is try, right? You guys can't be mad. We'll random that off. That'll be one of the hitless prizes. Here we go, guys. We will do a random tonight yet, too. Prism from the 12th. The post office is great. I saw videos of them actually pulling packages off to the side that weren't from Amazon. Isn't that awesome? If you run Amazon, you don't pay taxes and you get to get your packages pushed to the front. I don't know, Nick. I haven't put it together yet, honestly. Here we go. We have a Tua out of 75. Kyler Murray out of 79. Michael Thomas to 149. Jake Fromm base. Chase on out of 75. Hopkins out of 75. Henry out of 99. Rookies and stars, Gibson out of 35. Burrow, Ticketmasters. Adams out of 99. Hill out of 25. Lutton out of 49. And out of 99, Jonathan Taylor. I got a job from a Friday pack. Jonathan Taylor out of 99. I'm sorry. Not out of 99. Out of 100. Going out to the Indianapolis Colts. It's going to be Josh Crane. We have the Clyde Edwards-Helaire out of 199 for the Kansas City Chiefs going out to Peter. Out of 25, Alexander Madison for the Minnesota Vikings going out to Scott Briggs. And for the Bucks, Tyler Johnson out of 199 going out to David Shelton. But you have to save it. I don't know what that means, Scott. Explain. Henry Ruggs for the Raiders. Chucky. There you go. And DeAndre Swift for the Lions going out to Pat Gallagher. Neville Gallimore for the Dallas Cowboys going out to Floyd. And Jalen Johnson for the Chicago Bears going out to Matt McGinn. We have the Patrick Queen going out to the Baltimore Ravens, Colt Martin. And Ed Too Tall Jones going out to Floyd as well. Save it for 30 years. CJ Henderson for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Smith Joe. Yeah, Jason and I were talking about that today. Everyone's sitting on retail right now. We're like, I don't know if that's going to work, but hey. For the Raiders, Chucky getting the Bryan Edwards. And for the Bears, Cole Kmet going out to Matt McGinn. And the Ayuk redemption for the Niners going out to Seth Anderson. Now, we didn't show it yet. It's not a hit, but it's for the Miami Dolphins. Dan Marino, color burst. He's not wrong. That's the beauty of cards, isn't it, Scott? That's the beauty of stocks. We kind of like treat them one and the same right now. Tyler Thomas, you still in here, man? I just want to make sure you saw I took your shot so we're even. I'm going to throw out this Post-it note. I did it. I always come through on my deals, even the wall. Freaking Walmart Photo Center. I went over there tonight. Shut down. Too many Christmas photos. Top 2 win $5 hitless credits. Here we go. Last 3, 2, 1. And it's going to go out to Eagles and the Bengals. Long Josh and Justin Bloke getting a $5 credit each. There you go, guys. All right, we'll be back later with a random teams. Maybe we'll run this back. I don't know. We'll see. See y'all soon.